While remaining with the final day of campaigning, we now cross live to our reporter Patricia Fasachi and our senior anchor Peter Ndoro, who are at the Joburg Parks Stadium this morning, where the governing party, the ANC, is holding its much-awaited Siyanqoba Rally, which is its final rally ahead of Wednesday's municipal election. Good morning, Peter and Patricia. It is the final stretch going into Wednesday's polls, and yesterday we saw the opposition party fill up Dobsonville Stadium in Soweto. How confident is the ruling party going into Wednesday's elections, and how many supporters are expected to show up there this morning?
Very warm welcome. What the images that you can see there are the stadium starting to fill up. 62,000 when it's full to capacity, but we're certainly a long way from that at the moment, Patricia.
Well, as you can see, the stadium is building up momentum. The energy is also building up. We can hear the performances in the stage, and you can hear the crowd roaring. So that tells you that, of course, the buzz is building up. And as you have mentioned, this stadium can host about 62,000 people. And of course, the party is confident that they will fill up the stadium, also saying that they believe that they will have more than that, and that there is another stadium where they can accommodate more people if need be. So, but for now, it seems like it's all systems go. Security is tight, and leaders are coming in their numbers. So it's expected to be a great day for the ruling party, as of course they having their final push to the August 3rd local elections.
And we're in Gauteng, and in Gauteng you'll find two of the biggest cities in the country, Johannesburg and Tshwane, Pretoria, and these have been two metros that have really been in the headlines in fact, entire duration of the election campaigning. You've heard recent polls suggesting that this is a very hotly contested part of the country, and the polls are not sure who's actually going to win. So I had a chance to catch up with the mayoral candidate of Johannesburg, Councillor Parks Tau, and this is what he had to say when I started asking him about these polls and his thoughts about victory. Now we're joined by mayoral candidate for the Johannesburg Metro. They're saying that this is one of the hotly contested metros, and that for the first time the ANC could lose this. Do you believe that?
Well, good morning first. Not on the ground. We're not feeling them on the ground. So we're engaging with the people of Johannesburg. We've had the opportunity to report back on the work that we've been doing in the city of Johannesburg and to present our vision for the future. And I think that the people of Johannesburg are quite comfortable with the programs that we've implemented and the foundation we've laid for fundamental transformation in Johannesburg.
So tell us what you've been telling the people on the ground, why they should give you another mandate.
Well, the first thing is that we have a vision, we have a clear program in Johannesburg. We've got the Joburg 2040 strategy that seeks to build a livable city for everybody, an inclusive city for everybody. It is premised on a focus on youth development, a focus on creating the appropriate skills for the future economy of the city and the country. It's focused on an innovative spatial transformation program that seeks to redress the spatial issues in the city of Johannesburg. But we've also got a massive program that looks at transportation and mobility in our city and in creating inclusive forms of mobility in the city. So we've got a track record. We've demonstrated that we're on track in terms of implementing that vision, and that we've got the capacity to implement. We're leading in terms of both capital raising and capital infrastructure investments.
All right, so having said all of that, why is it then that there are some that have fallen away and saying we don't trust you anymore? And just the growth of parties like EFF, these are all ex-ANC people. So why are some of your supporters falling away?
Well, I think that the EFF issue was a particular period of the ANC where we experienced at least young people in particular at a point in time that left to the former leader of the Youth League. But many are beginning to come back, many are beginning to relate to the fact that the transformation project is a long-haul project. It requires us to mobilize as many South Africans as possible to ensure that we collectively achieve the objectives of transformation. But also on the basis of our track record, on the basis of the work that we've been doing. We've demonstrated the capacity to drive a transformation project. Because when you build institutions, particularly institutions such as metropolitan municipalities, you need to build a solid balance sheet, you need to build a solid income statement that enables you to raise money in the debt capital markets. You need to be able to gain credit ratings agencies' confidence in your institution, and at the back of that, raise capital to invest in the infrastructure. And we've demonstrated over the years the resilience of the city of Johannesburg and its capacity to deal with these things. But we've now extended our reach to not only the issues that we face here as the city of Johannesburg, but how do we collectively work as municipalities in the province of Gauteng to leverage our collective balance sheets, including the ability to raise joint instruments such as the pooled financing mechanism that we've been talking about. So this is an ANC government that says that we understand that there is a direct relationship between Tshwane, Kuruleni, Johannesburg and the district municipalities, and that we can leverage off each other to build the globally competitive city region of Gauteng.
I hear the things that you've done, I hear the things that you've promised, and perhaps it's anecdotal, and I've lived through quite a lot of these local government elections. For the first time, I'm hearing more and more people who supported ANC phoning and complaining about your party, saying that there's no point voting because my life is not improving. There seems to be a layer that hasn't seen some of the things that you're talking about.
Well, I mean, if you think about what's happened in the city of Johannesburg, I think it would be a bit much to suggest that the people cannot experience the bus rapid transit system, that they are not experiencing the housing development programs, that people are not experiencing what we're doing on the M1, or people are not experiencing the programs that we're implementing in terms of transformation for the young people. So I think that in Johannesburg we've demonstrated the capacity to implement the ANC's policies of transformation and the ANC's objectives of creating a society that creates prosperity for all. We've always understood, sometimes people don't always relate back to the fact that the ANC published in 1992 the Ready to Govern document, and it said, we understand that the task ahead will be difficult, that we'll have challenges, but the reality is that working together with our people would be able to achieve those objectives. And that's why we've focused a lot on building partnerships in the city of Johannesburg, on leveraging the partnerships with the private sector, with non-governmental organizations, through, for example, our Vulindlela Jozi program or our Jozi at Work program that mobilizes communities to deliver municipal services. So it is through these partnerships that we're saying, how do we hold hands together so that people are not just passive recipients of government services, but they're active participants and partners in the delivery of these services, and they can say that together we're actually achieving a better city and a world-class African city.
All right. Mayoral candidate for Johannesburg, thank you very much for joining us and sharing your thoughts with us on this day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.